Hi. The date is February 28th. It's 8:36 a.m. I have to have the sound machine. There's no fucking way you can even fucking think here, dude. I go to bed, I plug my ears to fall asleep. I'll talk about it if anyone ever speaks to me the rest of my mortal life on earth. I don't know sometimes. The only people who speak to me are people who want to be, who say it wrong. The only people to this day who speak to me are people who are wanted for federal, capital felony crimes, or are people who need to be questioned and will be arrested at some point in my mortal life. I know that because I'm on planet Earth. And they'll be questioned for the same crimes and being accomplices and being associated with them. Some of those people are in my own biological family. I've been hoping that my mother cooperates with them when she is questioned because she can't avoid it. I don't know what she knows about these people. It's not up to me. Ever since the DCPD piled in here and called it the crime scene, running around in a terror cell, I have had serious emotional problems since then. The cops are obviously involved with terrorism here, okay? And I keep on trying to keep myself grounded and not get carried away with the intense emotions that can distort your thinking, because you start to panic. And if you panic, you become irrational. Because I'm still in the room. I'm still all by myself. And the only people I see that I could possibly speak to are fucking federal felony criminals who are habitual. Habitual fucking criminals is really serious. These are violent offenders, and this all I have in my radar, in my orbit, for multiple years, is never going to end, right? I start to panic. I start to really panic. Ever since that female upstairs died and was hauled out in a plastic body bag, I have smelled dead bodies in this house. It has not stopped. I know the dates, I know the times. I'm just not going to talk about it. I can't. And there's been massive stuff and things going on underneath the floors around the clock, 24/7, around the clock. Stuff and things going on in the walls, stuff and things going on in the floor in my bathroom, stuff and things going on in the floor and the wall in my bathroom, stuff and things going on in the wall that connects to 1507 in my bathroom. I could go on and on about all the stuff and things I'm witnessing. The chemical stenches are fucking unbelievable in here. This is just a slight drop in the bucket. And I mean this, to what I have witnessed since that woman died upstairs. And she was a female chemical stench maker. She's one of the primary ones. And she's a female organ harvester. We know what she was. And this is why I start to panic and lapse into irrational thinking when I think about how many fucking law enforcement officers were in here. Because it became very real to me how many Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police officers are actively involved and engaged with federal felony domestic terrorism. It is so big and so bigger than me, like I have said, that I don't know what to do. And neither would you if you were me and no one spoke to you but fucking perps. I have yet to speak to somebody who's not a perp. Okay. I don't know if I will ever talk to a person who obeys the law ever again. I know I did this cocaine. I know I did cocaine for about 2.5 years. I got drug and alcohol counseling for that. And it was very clear to me, like, this is textbook. We can discuss this if I ever talk to people again who are not criminals, habitual criminals. But because of my childhood abuse, which was really intense, and I can't get all into this right now, I, at the textbook age, fell apart and fell into drugs and alcohol. It's textbook. I keep saying textbook because just find out for yourself, do me a favor, so I don't have to explain it on this report. If I wouldn't have had such severe child abuse, yeah, I still know I would have been counterculture. I still am. I would have liked the counterculture music. I would have liked all the anti-government stuff. I would have been a total deviant, rebel, all these sorts of labels. This is part of my personality. But going that far into drugs, no. Nobody who gave me counseling thought that I would have done that. They said it's textbook what happened to you when you were a kid. The drinking, yeah, unfortunately, that can happen to anybody on the planet. And the pot smoking, and so can drug addiction. Drug addiction can happen to anybody, not just child abuse survivors. But with me, it was the case, checked and dotted, that it was 99% from the child abuse that I endured. That I lapsed into 3 years of really self-destructive behavior. And then thank God, it was God above, that I got sober and I never touched the shit again, okay? But the reason why I'm saying that is I know that I haven't been a law-abiding citizen all my life, okay? I smoked pot. I did mushrooms and LSD in high school. I stopped the mushrooms and LSD. I would do it every now and then. I mean, I'm such your typical person. And let's all be honest. I didn't do this after 18. I just smoked pot every day, not every day, every now and then. I drank beer. I went to punk rock shows. I was your average freaking American girl, dude, in every way. Except I was subculture, counterculture. I wasn't trendy. I wasn't preppy. I wasn't yuppie. I was opposite of that. But otherwise, we're all the same. We all have except the ones nowadays, these women nowadays willingly prostitute themselves. These women nowadays do not have childhood issues, and they're willingly going into porno. I do not understand what the fuck is happening. Porno is not cool. You cannot argue a justifiable case for fucking porno. Everybody knows what I've said about what they really do to these women. Okay? I'm not getting sidetracked with this shit right now. You want to offer yourself up like that to be some sort of cattle ranch cow? There's something wrong with you. To be owned and trapped in a room like a dog, and to have these Pakistani fucking pimps keep you in a room and take you out for walks. There's something wrong with you. All right? I know there's something wrong with the American women right now. I'm very aware of it. All right, so if I ever talk to a law-abiding citizen again, all right, I'll explain all of this stuff that I always touch on and never go into, because there's no point. There's no point. I don't see one, man, while I'm sitting in an active terrorist cell. I just don't see one. Doing this on YouTube is so demoralizing and so dehumanizing. And. Okay, I'm starting to calm down. Just even being able to talk about it is incredibly helpful. I've been unable to even say anything that's happening in here for fucking at least 2 years. What I need to get to the point here, okay, because I know I'm coming up to minute 10. And I know this has been kind of a scattered, emotionally driven, almost near panic, almost near hysterical fucking YouTube. I'm aware of that. And I said that's where I'm at. After all these DCPD made it very clear to me, how many law enforcement in America are wittingly involved in domestic fucking terrorism. The kind of terrorism these cops are involved in here is all these dead bodies that you smell. They're coming out the front door now. This is really serious, violent terrorism. They're chopping heads off, chopping into bodies, organ harvesting. There's more shit than that going on in these houses next door that I am like ordered not to say one word about. It would be wildly foolish. There's so much going on S Street that they set up a little center, there's more than just a compound going on here. They've been warehousing serious fumes. They're not fumes, they're chemical agents. This is way more than just a little ISIS terrorist compound that me and you might think of going on in, Iraq somewhere. This is so serious here. I keep saying the word serious because I've lost my vocabulary from the tear. I've lived in here for 4 years and I started to lose my recallability of the English words. Ever since that woman died, I'm up to minute 11. She's not a woman, she's a female terrorist. That is what she's known to do on Earth before she died. All her terrorists that she was involved with came in and hauled her body out. That is the DCPD. It is so obvious on those videos that they are, and I can't even speak. That's when my mouth starts to lock up and I get lockjaw. I have been so terrified in here, I don't even know what to think or do. The next day, there was dead bodies. It wasn't just the one that was left in the room, which was her DOA. It wasn't just that. I've been here for 4 years. There was multiple dead corpses in the house the following 48 hours. The following 48 hours, there was people upstairs, downstairs, at the same time, 24 hours a day. This has been going on and on every day. So you got my picture now, okay? We're at minute 12. Every single day, morning and night and afternoon, 24 hours a day, since that body got hauled out the front door. There have been people upstairs, there have been people downstairs, and this is 24 hours a day. And this is at the same time, like this morning and yesterday morning, and every time I'm in the bathroom, there's one that's circling over my head. It hasn't stopped. I mean, I know she's dead, that one that claimed to live here, but you don't feel like it's over, I'll tell you that. You certainly know that this isn't over at all here. It is going, and it is so horrifying here. Now, I can't talk about hardly anything else. So the stuff that I put on my account that I'm not discussing is because I can't talk about it. I'm only able to talk about what I'm saying in this video, which is I can ID the male. He came up from the basement to be seen, to be heard, to be filmed, to be talked about. And this was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes in the time range, 5 minutes before there was one upstairs over my head in the bathroom, circling over my head. They're all over in here. I hear them going down in that room, that murder room. Boom, boom, fucking bodies dropping. Still hearing that shit because it's still happening because those doors are accessible upstairs that they built, these cubby doors. The cops, they know about this shit. That's why they didn't search it. It's their terrorist cell. I'm the fuck still in here, and this is just a drop in the bucket to what I witnessed since that woman, that she's not a woman, she's a female terrorist. Since that female terrorist was hauled out of here in a body bag by other domestic terrorists who are in the DCPD. This has not stopped. It's under my floors here. It's in that room. It's in the bathroom. It's upstairs. It's all over. And then the mail will come all over the place trying to be filmed. Okay, that's all I'm allowed to say. Goodbye.